Right friends, welcome back to questions and answers for 38th week. This is from 19th September to 25th September. The first question, Joint Sea 2016 are the joint naval exercises held between China and Russia, and these were held in South China Sea, but they were not held in disputed areas. They do not want to antagonize Vietnam. That's why they were not held in disputed areas of South China Sea, but this signifies coming together of China and Russia. And at the same time, please don't forget, Friendship 2016 exercises were held recently between Pakistan and Russia. Please don't forget, Pakistan and Russia were the Cold War enemies, and these rivals now came together to hold joint military exercises. I am talking about Pakistan and Russia. I am talking about Friendship 2016. And come back to the question, Joint Sea 2016. These are joint naval exercises between China and Russia. And look at the next one. India and Nepal signed 3 agreements or MOUs when Nepal Prime Minister visited India. The agreements include line of credit of $750 million for post-earthquake reconstruction projects. At the same time, for improving the road infrastructure in Terai region of Nepal. And the visit of Nepali Prime Minister to India somewhat resulted in removal of misgivings between both the countries. That is the most important development recently. Name the author who was awarded Fellows of Nature South Asia Short Story Award in Nature Writing. That is Meghna Pant, and she was awarded for her short story People of the Sun. And at the same time, please don't forget, the annual Traveling Literary Festival gives this award in partnership with French Institute of India and Wildlife Trust of India. And the books written by Meghna Pant, please don't forget, One Half Wife is the book written by Meghna Pant. At the same time, happy birthday. Please don't forget about these things. Engineers Day is associated with the famous engineer Bharat Ratna Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. And Engineers Day is celebrated every year on 15th September to commemorate the birth anniversary of Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. And most important aspect is the Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya is associated with the construction of Khadakwasla Reservoir. You may ask, where is Khadakwasla Reservoir? It is nearer to Pune, and it is a lifeline to Pune because it supplies drinking water and other requirements for Pune city. And it is on Mutta river, please don't forget. And when you are talking about the Krishna Raja Sagar Dam, this is on river Kaveri. So these projects are associated with Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, and to commemorate his birth anniversary, we celebrate September 15 as the Engineers Day. Look into the next one. Author of Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf and playwright Edward Albee passed away recently, and he is from United States of America and 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner. And his books I listed out here. One is A Delicate Balance, then a Seascape, then 3 Tall Women. So these are the books associated with Edward Albee, and he is from United States of America. These things please don't forget. Naropa Festival, this is a famous festival recently celebrated in Ladakh. This is a Buddhist festival. It was celebrated on grand scale in Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir, and it occurs once in 12 years. And you may ask, who is Naropa? Naropa was an Indian Mahasiddha. And what is Mahasiddha? Mahasiddha is basically a certain type of yogin or yogini recognized in Vajrayana Buddhism. And he was considered as one of 84 Mahasiddhas. And at the same time, please don't forget Naropa University in Colorado in the United States of America is also named after him. And this year's important aspect is this year falls the 1000th birth anniversary of Naropa. So if someone talks about Naropa, he was one of the Mahasiddha, and as per Vajrayana Buddhism, and at the same time 2016 marks 1000th birth anniversary of Naropa. Look into the next one. 17th Non-Aligned Movement Summit was held in Venezuela, that is Margarita Island. Indian delegation was led by Hamid Ansari, Vice President of the country. And unfortunate aspect is this is only the second time in the history of non-aligned movement that India was not represented by the head of state. This is the 17th NAM summit. The first NAM summit was held in Belgrade. India conducted the 7th NAM summit in 1983. Indira Gandhi was the prime minister, and the brains behind the establishment of this non-aligned movement were Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Tito, and then Nasser. Tito was the president of Yugoslavia and Nasser was the president of Egypt. This was formed in the year 1961 so as not to align towards any of the Cold War rivals. One side United States of America with the capitalist image, the other side USSR with socialist image. The idea of NAM is not to tilt towards any of the groups, and it was started in 1961. But now gradually it is losing its relevance. Look into the next one. Anything But Khamosh is the biography of Shatrughan Sinha. And please don't forget the author is Bharati S. Pradhan. When you look at Rekha, Asir Usman wrote the biography of Rekha, the Untold Story. So Rekha's biography was written by Asir Usman and Shatrughan Sinha's biography was written by Bharati S. Pradhan. These things please don't forget. To measure total electron count of ionosphere, the 10 kg microsatellite Pratham was launched recently. This microsatellite was developed by IIT Bombay, please don't forget, basically to measure electron count of ionosphere. And here what is meant by ionosphere? The layer of the Earth's atmosphere which contains high concentration of ions and free electrons, and basically they are able to reflect radio waves. So this region is known as ionosphere. And please look into this slide. Here you can see troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and broadly speaking the area beyond mesosphere can be considered as ionosphere. And come back to the question, Pratham satellite that was launched by IIT Bombay. Pancheshwar multi-purpose project is the joint venture between India and Nepal. Whatever the reason, it is not going on the expected lines. And treaty known as the Mahakali Treaty was signed in 1996. If someone talks about the Pancheshwar multi-purpose project, this is on river Mahakali, Sharda, Kaligad, Kaliganga, whatever name you call it, that is the same for Mahakali or Sharda rivers. And basically this river is a tributary of Ghagra and it joins Ghagra river in Uttar Pradesh. And basically for most of the length, this river demarcates Nepal's western border with Uttarakhand. And this river transcends from around 3600 meters at Kalapani to 200 meters as it enters the Terai plains, and there is a lot of scope for tidal energy because of its descent from around 3600 meters to around 200 meters. And another important point I would like to tell you, boundary of Nepal was established as per Sugauli Treaty after the end of Anglo-Nepalese War of 1814-16. Right friends, look into the next one. Giant panda is elevated from endangered to vulnerable. The habitat of giant panda is China, please don't forget. And I would like to tell you few things. IUCN looks at the global conservation status of biological species, whether the biological species is safe or endangered or vulnerable. These things are looked at by IUCN. It publishes Red List. IUCN headquarters, Gland, Switzerland, and at the same time Red List headquarters in United Kingdom, and IUCN releases this Red List. And when you come back to giant panda, the habitat is China. Predominantly it requires bamboo forest. Please look at giant panda. At the same time it eats only bamboo. Please look into this. Bamboo forest is vital for conserving the giant panda, and here Chinese government has taken many steps to conserve this by developing bamboo forest. And if you look at the conservation status given by IUCN, this first one is extinct. Extinct will have 2 categories. Then threatened will have 3 categories. Then lower risk will have another 3 categories. Right friends, look at the next one. Reserve Bank of India stated that all the data related to know your customer be made compliant as per CERSAI's common KYC format. And in November 2015, government notified CERSAI will be the sole repository of KYC information. So the entire KYC information with regard to various financial sector regulators will be maintained by CERSAI. You may ask, what is CERSAI? CERSAI is Central Registry of Securitization, Asset Reconstruction and Security Interest. This organization will maintain the total data of know your customer, right? And here the question is, all the data related to know your customer be made compliant as per CERSAI's common KYC format by 31st March 2017. So it has given a format, that is a common KYC format across all financial sector regulators. Then once this is implemented, you need not give KYC time and again. If you give KYC once, that will be applicable across all the financial sector regulators. If you are taking insurance policy, if you are investing in mutual funds, if you are investing in shares, if you are opening bank account, for anything, this one KYC will be enough. That will be with common KYC format, and this will be maintained by Central Registry of Securitization, Asset Reconstruction and Security Interest. Look at the next one. Center notified the implementation of Bharat Stage 6 emission standards for 2-wheelers and 4-wheelers from April 2020. Now in the country, the fuel supplied conform to BS4 standard in some cities, and rest of the country BS3 standard is being supplied. So at present BS4, BS means Bharat Stage 4 and Bharat Stage 3. So Bharat Stage 4, Bharat Stage 3 fuel is being supplied at present across the country, and subsequently entire country will switch over to Bharat Stage 6 by skipping Bharat Stage 5. And this transfer will take place from 1st April 2020, and it is a challenging task both for oil companies as well as automobile manufacturers. Hardly 3.5 years is left over for its implementation. Messaging app Allo was introduced by Google. All of you are well aware. Look at the next one. 7 Race Course Road, the residence of the Prime Minister, will be known as 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. This is Delhi, the city we are talking about. Decision was taken recently during high-level meeting of New Delhi Municipal Council. Now this race course road will be known as Lok Kalyan Marg. Look at the next one. Name India's online retailer, which stated that it crossed 100 million subscribers. So 100 million customers. This achievement was stated, confirmed by Flipkart. So Flipkart recently stated that it crossed 100 million customers. Look into the next one. Name the country which received ICC Test Championship match for the first time. Please look into this slide. This was received by Pakistan. Pakistan reached the first rank of ICC Test Team rankings for the first time since the rankings were introduced in 2003. Right? So please don't forget, ICC headquarters is in Dubai. Brahamdag Bugti requested for asylum in India. He belongs to Pakistan. That means he belongs to Balochistan region of Pakistan. At present, he is staying in Switzerland. He is President Baloch Republican Party. And India granted asylum to Dalai Lama during 1959. And you may ask, what is meant by asylum? Asylum is nothing but the protection granted by the state or country to someone who has left their home country because of political reasons. So, now Brahamdag Bugti asked for asylum in India, and India has got no asylum policy, and now the ministry is digging at the records and looking at various ways and means to respond to his application. European Union removed Hamas LTTE from European Union terrorism blacklist. All of you are well aware, LTTE was in operation prior to the termination of civil war in 2009, and the country we are talking about is Sri Lanka. So if someone tells LTTE, it is Sri Lanka, then Hamas is the organization which belongs to Palestine. Look into the next one, the number of items eligible for concessions under the existing MEIS. You may ask, what is meant by MEIS? MEIS is a Mercantile Exports from India scheme. Recently, the number of items were increased from around 5,000 to around 7,000. What is the meaning of MEIS? MEIS is Mercantile Exports from India scheme. Here, eligible exporters will get duty-free scrips. That means up to certain percentage of exports, they need not pay duties on imports. So, facility is given if you are exporting something, you will be given certain percentage to import without duty. And this program is piloted by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Look at the next one. Joint military exercises between Russia and India started recently. What is the name given? Indra 2016. Indra are the exercises between Russia and Indian troops, India and Russia. Malabar exercises, India, Japan, USA. Friendship 2016 between Russia and Pakistan. Joint Sea 2016 between Russia and China. So these things please don't forget. And recently these exercises were held in Vladivostok, Russia. And main focus was counter-terrorism in sub-mountainous region, and this edition is the 8th. Please look into this slide. This is the location of Vladivostok in Russia. GST Council tentatively fixed annual turnover limit for exemption at Rs 20 lakhs. This is not sacrosanct, it's still in tentative stage. Final decision is yet to be taken, but GST Council came to an understanding that the limit for exemption will be around 20 lakhs of rupees. But for northeastern states, they decided at Rs 10 lakh. And here GST Council is constitutional body established as per Article 279A as per Constitutional Amendment Act 101, and the Finance Minister is the chairperson of GST Council. First ever joint military exercises Druzhba 2016, that is Friendship 2016, are being held between Russia and Pakistan. This shows growing military ties between two former Cold War rivals. As I have already told you, please look at this picture. Long range surface to air missile Barak 8. This Barak 8 was successfully test fired recently at ITR Chandipur off Odisha coast. It is developed jointly by India and Israel. Israel firm Israel Aerospace Industries is associated with the LRSAM. If someone says LRSAM, this is long range surface to air missile. government is celebrating the centenary birth anniversary of Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Deen Dayal Upadhyay was born in Nagla Chandrabhan village in Mathura district of Uttar Pradesh. He was born on 25th September 1916. By 25th September 2016, he completed 100 years. So recently, 100th birth anniversary, or you can say centenary birth anniversary celebrations were held. And please don't forget, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay was associated long time with Bharatiya Jana Sangh, and at the same time, don't forget, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee was the founder of Bharatiya Jana Sangh. These things please don't forget. The weapon package for Rafale aircraft, all of you are well aware. Recently, India purchased 36 Rafale aircraft from France, and here this include Meteor radar guided beyond visual range missile, and the beyond visual range missile has got a range of over 150 kilometers. This is one important aspect. Look at the next one. Name India's pharmaceutical company which signed a deal with ICGEB to develop dengue vaccine. Here, answer is Sun Pharmaceuticals. All of you are well aware. The managing director of Sun Pharmaceuticals is Dilip Shangvi. That is one aspect. Second aspect is, you may ask, what is meant by International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology. This is headquartered in Trieste, Italy, and it is international non-profit research organization, initially established as a special project of UNIDO, but now it became fully autonomous. And the purpose of ICGEB is basically to look at advanced research and training in molecular genetics and biotechnology. And recently, Sun Pharmaceuticals signed a deal with ICGEB to develop dengue vaccine. And dengue vaccine, all of you are well aware, it was developed by Sanofi Pasteur of France, and the name of the vaccine is Dengvaxia. That is one important point. And the name of the vaccine to be developed by Sun Pharmaceuticals will be SIPA. In recent times, India developed indigenously Rotavac. Rotavac is basically for rotavirus. So, Rotavac was the vaccine developed, tested in recent times. Look into the next one. Mukesh Ambani was named India's richest person for 9th year in a row as per Forbes richest Indian list. As per Forbes richest Indian list, Mukesh Ambani occupied the topmost richest position with $22.7 billion. This is for the 9th time in a row. Then second richest is Dilip Shangvi of Sun Pharmaceuticals with around $17 billion. In Times Higher Education World University Rankings, the university which topped the list is Oxford University. The second rank has gone to California Institute of Technology, third one Stanford University, and India's top 3 IISc Bengaluru, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, please don't forget. Look into the next one. World's largest solar power plant was commissioned in Tamil Nadu, and this was set up in 5,000 acres, and it comprises 25 lakh solar modules. Cost is around 4,500 crores, and it was commissioned in Kamuthi in Ramanathapuram district of Tamil Nadu. Look into the next one. 8 group white helmets. You may ask, what is meant by white helmets? White helmets is the Syrian civil organization which is into emergency response in rebel held areas. All of you are well aware, civil war is going on in Syria, and this is looking at emergency response, attending the victims within the shortest possible time. So white helmets is the Syrian civil organization, please don't forget, and this got Right Livelihood Award. This is known as alternate Nobel also. So this Right Livelihood Award was given to 8 group white helmets. Look at the next one. IWAI. You may ask, what is IWAI? IWAI is Inland Waterways Authority of India, and this IWAI signed a contract with DST. DST is the organization belongs to Germany, basically to design vessels suitable for navigation through National Waterways 1. We have already deliberated. National Waterways is the World Bank aided project. I am talking about National Waterways 1. National Waterways 1 is the World Bank aided project, and first phase is being developed from Varanasi to Haldia, and for that to design vessels suitable for navigation, this German company DST was entrusted with the task. Right friends, look into the next one. Indian origin Ravi Reddy was appointed as the head of International Society for Blood Transfusion, and this International Society for Blood Transfusion is basically headquartered in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and he is the first person from African continent as well as first person of Indian origin to head ISBT. And the main purpose of ISBT is it is a global organization of medical professionals working for the safety of blood transfusion worldwide. Some people may require blood. Blood transfusion is inevitable, and safe practices are very much essential when blood transfusion is taking place. So, to look at those aspects, this International Society of Blood Transfusion is there. HAL became the 7th nation to join the prestigious membership of Asia Pacific Aerospace Quality Group. Now, HAL became part of a global quality team, and it gets access to various quality system standards. Supercomputer Param Ishan was inaugurated at IIT Guwahati, and recently it was inaugurated by the Minister for Human Resource Development, Prakash Javadekar, and it has got a peak computing power of 250 teraflops. Right friends, with this let us conclude questions and answers. Please do join for other modules. Have a nice day. Thank you.